got a facilitator coming, and I've got 5 hours or something with you guys where we're going to supposedly create a work plan.
Yeah.
Of which I have no idea from any of you other than the last adopted work plan that we're moving pretty smoothly.
I thought we were talking about this Wednesday.
So
No, we won't get there.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm going to meet with the facilitator. She's begging me to give her direction, and the only direction I've given her so far is I'm looking for an end product that looks like the last adopted work plan. That's the end goal. How we get there is different every time. So,
Well, if we were to come up with our own goals, would that help?
I think it would. I mean, I think if at least to start with a bullet list of the things that you've identified, not just the ones staff has, because I can tell you staff has. I'm going through a list of potentials, but the critical thing is that they're yours, not just something we told you was important.
Well, if you have something from staff I'm supposed to be reviewing, you can submit that to me. But, you know, part of the way I approach it is I want to hear from everybody else when I get there. When I come in with my top 3 things, you know, I already got to be careful not to be put in a position where you can't retrench from very much. And so we know the issues of what we're building and traffic, roads, etc. But there's give and take in all this. I want to hear that discourse.
I just want to offer this. I ran into the facilitator, and her comment to me was, you know, she said, I prepare. I just don't walk in the door and facilitate. And, well, I heard that, Eric, and I don't think that that's appropriate. I don't see a problem in just handing her non-prioritized goals that we have so that she has some sort of idea of who she's dealing with here and what.
Or what kind
We
of
wouldn't even
conversations.
have to put our name, I mean, there wouldn't be any reason to even put our name on it.
Mayor,
Commissioner Bryson.
I facilitated board retreats before, and I've also done board retreats and commission retreats before, and I think there's 2 different ways you do it. One is a free-flowing discussion with expectations that we act as professionals and come out with an end result that's a work plan for a year, which works. You can do that with a facilitator that either has the ability to mediate those conversations to come out with a work plan, or you don't. My comment with respect to whether we should get a different facilitator, if she's not going to get a work product that allows her to line us out for 5 hours and tell us what our end product is, then we have the wrong facilitator. Because it's clear to me that we're not going to submit their top 3 things, dig our heels in the sand, and come out with an end product at the end of 5 years of discussion, or 5 hours of discussion. So she needs to maybe at least be put on notice that what she's dealing with is us trying to get a work plan at the end of our 5-hour discussion. It was not meant to be disrespectful to the facilitator, but I question whether she can do that if she's demanding a product up front.
I wouldn't say demand was
Well,
not
here's
my perception.
Here's a wild ass guess. I'll bet Story Mansion might come up.
Gee, I wonder.
Well, I guess, you know, in Commissioner Rupp, it is always different. I mean, my reason for asking them individually from the 5 of you isn't to pit against each other. And frankly, I think sometimes things end up on the list that the other 4 didn't come up with. And so now there gets to be a discussion about it because it's on the list versus I was, you know, in the debate or the discussion, I wasn't comfortable putting more things on. But we don't have to, there's no magic to this. I just want it to be a productive time for you guys and for us. And I'm just starting to get nervous as we're 1 week away. And
Will there be lunch?
What's that?
You can tell how excited everybody is to get into a
I think the signals are getting
I think the
strong.
staff is going to tell me, good luck, Chris. Let us know how it goes on Wednesday, how it went.
Are we meeting here that day?
Where
I
are we
hope
meeting
not.
that day?
We are at the Come On In in some conference space there.
But we stay there. We don't have to come back here for a
Yes,
meeting
no,
on
no, no.
Tuesday.
That
So
is
that's-
that is the meeting for the night.
We
We
start
could
at
not
3
find
o'clock?
any, you know, you would think in a university town with 37,000
Oh, wait till
people.
we
there's
have
room.
wait till the Story
4.
Mansion's open.
When are we meeting? 3, 4?
Oh, it's what time? I mean, it's up to you. I think, did we,
Set for
do we have,
3.
what's that?
Set for 3.
Set
3.
for 3?
Thank you,
Okay, 3 o'clock.
Stacy.
Thanks, Stacy. 3 till done.
Well done.
Yeah, fruits, yeah.
What day is that again?
Ms. Wolf has been provided with a copy of this current year's
Yeah.
goals, and so she's.
Yeah, she
must
has,
have an
she has
idea
what,
of
what I considered a good work product at the end of last time, but admittedly, that didn't come after just one meeting either. I mean, we
No.
have to work through things a few times, but I
I'm
just
on it.
want it to be what you want out of it. The whole idea is for you to feel like you got to determine what the policy direction was in the upcoming 12, 18, 24 months.
Well, in the last two goal settings, we've certainly had a lot of staff has been there and participated and said, oh yeah, don't forget stormwater, or,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
something along those lines too, so it's a,
Those
Man.
are the dynamics, though,
I-
that I'm
yeah.
concerned about, is the relationship between staff and commission in terms of projects and priorities.
you may recall what we did a couple, like 3 years ago. We actually ended up adopting a product at the commission level that basically was divided by department director and outline them. Last year, or last December, we got to a point where that was just way too much, and we ended up just chopping it down to what's the commission's and what the city manager's office is.
yeah.
You didn't get into worrying about what Debbie's and Chuck's and those ones were. But I've asked them to all provide me with a list because some of theirs elevate to you. As an example, building a new police station, municipal court, absolutely shows up under Mark, but I assume it's going to show up under me, and it's probably going to show up under you if it stays as a high priority. But internal things that might be important to Mark and I that really don't elevate to this level, we're not burdening you with wasting your time on those discussions.
There's just something I have to say here. I mean, in terms of, I don't know, civility, which the Bozeman Code requires of us. If I were that facilitator and I was listening to the comments that were made here, I'd tell us to go jump in the lake, go find somebody else, because I just don't think it was appropriate to refer to the facilitator in a tone of voice that wasn't entirely respectful.
Well, if I did, I apologize. That wasn't the intent. It's,
Well, I wasn't thinking about you.
I apologize then too.
yeah.
Sorry, that was my FYI. Let's turn it over to you guys.
I had a couple, Mayor Jacobson, of